The theory behind the advanced apprenticeship is the same that was behind my energy medicine class, if you happen to take that, or the apprenticeship program, which is that we're all born with psychic gifts intact and ready to use. Those are the gifts that enable us to communicate with psychic or subtle information. So we're, from the get-go, able to receive information, send information. The problem with operating on only the psychic level is that gift, which again is innate within us and kind of our body's natural intelligence, is that it's only for our survival. It doesn't necessarily help us thrive. So for instance, my psychic ability to pick up on somebody else's feelings could in the end derail me because I could be full of their feelings. So I like to teach that we need to develop the psychic capabilities and turn them into intuitive gifts, which involves the mindful management of the psychic sensations. So that enables us to decide what we want to pick up on and what we don't. What we want to hear, sense, know, feel, be, become, and what we'd rather leave outside of the fence of our energetic or our personal and psychological boundaries. Once we learn that mindful management of subtle or psychic information, those gifts then are brought under the divine to be used as spiritual gifts. And that's the process that I teach, as I just implied, in my apprenticeship program as well as the energy medicine program. You know, is that now we're able to really attune those gifts so that they work in a rather wondrous way for ourselves and for others. And I've taught that type of process for years and years and years and written about it. But about 2 years ago, I became aware that there's more than that. That there are people who walk this world as divine vessels. And to be in their presence is to sense spirit. To be in their presence is to transform and change. And I believe that we're all capable of being that type of person, a truly empowered and enlightened person, a human being who can, you know, like ice cream and remain as human as we are, and also showcase and share the divinity that we are as well. And at that level, the spiritual gifts I call the powers. The goal of this program is to enable these gifts to be empowered by the divine, for us to empower them, and for us to truly be divine powers on this planet. I want to teach this program because I feel like in my own personal and professional life, I've been getting pushed to the horizon. And we all know what it's like to get pushed. Some of it's very uncomfortable and some of it's absolutely delightful, and why we walk this planet. I have been learning so much, you know, again through my personal life, you know, having to dig deeper to ask more important questions of myself, like who really am I, and what really is the meaning of my work, and do I have other ways of using my gifts that could be more enlightening for myself or other people. So I've been asking those questions, including those of the nature, you know, what is the dark? What is the light? You know, how can I really be a real true force and beacon for the light and still retain my humanity? And then professionally, those of you who have studied with me, you know that my tendency is to just bring information through. I love to research and study. I recently finished writing a 1,379-page book on chakras, etc. And so I have a lot of new information that I've actually been culling from the world to share. But I also feel like just there's some new insights, there's some new illuminations that in a teaching setting I can bring forth, and that I can use that same capability to help open those in and from other people as well. I believe also that I need to teach this program because it's time, because there is a lot of darkness on this planet. I believe that we all need to be bigger lights because of that. And I believe that there's increased help available to us spiritually to become those greater beings. And I think that there's new angelic and other sorts of divine forces to help us. So I want to partner with those parts of you and those forces in the world to bring forth what's here to share. I do have the word advanced in front of the apprenticeship program because there are some requirements, and mainly because I want people to really be able to share at the same level. This program is just as much about community as it is about me teaching or facilitating. So you're invited to this program if you have gone through my apprenticeship program, the energy medicine class that I teach through Normandale College, and then contact me if you've done any other type of studies with me. I've been teaching different seminars around the country or the world that just might qualify you for this program. We have a really enjoyable and intense structure for the Advanced Apprenticeship Program. We meet for about 7 months. There are 15 teleseminars on Thursday nights between 7 and 9 Central Time, and we use Maestro, so you call in. But what's really exciting is that that program is bookended by 2 full weekend get-togethers. So everybody in the program is invited to Minneapolis, Minnesota, not during winter, the first time in May of 2016 and the second time in October to help close out the class. And all together, I believe that we can really not just learn together, but increase and build the community that we need, you know, to really bring through the information that is there to bring through for each of us individually as well as collectively. I also have 2 Q&A sessions, so as we go, we can ask questions and get some more insights. People are invited to a private Facebook page, and we also have 5 experts who will be participating during 5 of the teleseminar classes. These individuals are beyond the pale, the most brilliant spiritual and scientific masters that I have ever met in my life. I cannot speak enough words about these individuals. I have personally learned so much at their feet and have so much more to learn that I am eager to introduce you to them. You can look at the website to see who they are, you know, but I'll talk about a couple of them. For instance, one is a gentleman, Dr. Michael Scroggins, who holds 17 advanced degrees and is knowledgeable about pretty much everything and can truly explain, you know, kind of this world to us. Not just the world that we see, but the world underneath it. Another gentleman, Dr. Stephen Ross, is one of the most fantastically intuitive and angelic forces on this planet, owns and runs a library in Sedona, and Stephen has the ability to, for instance, hear a number in his head and call it. And the person on the other end of the line, perhaps they're from China, will answer and say, "Oh, I've been expecting your call. I have a manuscript for you." Stephen has done an incredible job of surveying the historical figures that have been the true points of light on this planet and is going to participate in discussion and teaching. More to come, but I'm very, very excited about the participation that we'll be able to enjoy in this program as well. Well, I think each of us is one of those stars in the making. I think each of us holds a place on this planet, both a visible and an invisible place. And I don't mean geography. I'm talking about, you know, your nature, your essence, that absolutely must be activated, awakened, enlightened, and shared. A, if this planet is not only to survive but to thrive, and B, you know, if as that star, that enlightened being, you know, you're really to come into your own. I mean, why wait another lifetime? Why do this a million more times? Why not open to who you really are right now? That my goal for this program is you get to be that star that you really are. And in being that, think about as you're beaming who you are, as you're sharing your very unique gifts, because none of this is about you being a cookie cutter, you know, copy of me or any other participant in the program or anybody who's come before. As you are that unique self, that's when the world changes around you and responds to you. That's when you're able to say, hey, because of this program, because of me being who I am, I'm able to better manifest. I'm able to more easily heal, you know, for yourself. But in the wake of that, you'll find that other people are able to do the same thing. So you get to become yourself, who you really are, through this program.